Good morning, HAD gang. It's your host, HAD the Hustler. Welcome to the Hustler's Home today. We're gonna be talking about a couple things that's been going on with the boxing world, but we're gonna start off with the fight week. You know, every week is a fight week, seem like. You know, we got Shakur Stevenson versus Toka Kong Clary. You know, Shakur Stevenson is a young cat from Jersey. And I like him a lot. That's why we covering him. He ain't no champion yet. You know, I feel like he the future of boxing. Once he get to where he at a level where he can go make his own business decisions and stuff, because you know, Top Rank really don't do the brothers too well. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. We gonna watch. We gonna support Top Rank on the 12th of December. I know that. This boy, Shakur Stevenson is the absolute truth. He does it all already. I don't got too much to critique him on, man. Like he kind of like Earl Spence. Like, these guys have been Olympic trained since who knows when. I don't even know how long Shakur's been doing this. He's a young cat. Shakur Stevenson, let's see. This fella is 23 years old right now. And once he get into his adult strength around 25, 26 years old, in my opinion, you know, once he maximizes his growth, he's going to be a big problem, bro, to anybody. He going to be, in my opinion, he 5'8", so he probably gonna be able to fill up all the way to 154, maybe 160. We don't know how he gonna fully develop, but one thing for sure though, he gonna be a problem. He 14-0 with 8 KOs, but I mean, I don't even know what to critique him on yet. You know, I'm gonna check him out this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Support your boy Shakur Stevenson. It's going to be on ESPN, you know. Check your local listings. And then we got to talk about the queen, the GWOAT, the greatest woman of all time. Multiple division, multiple belt having champion, ladies champion. Claressa Shields, she's making the move to MMA, y'all. She making the move to MMA. She been training with your boy. What's that brother name? I'm not too familiar. John Jones. She training with John Jones, y'all. Like, if he get, I don't expect her to go into this thing fully, you know what I mean, ready to go. But if she can get to whereas she can defend takedowns. She don't even have to really do takedowns. If she learned how to defend takedowns and attack on the ground, Claressa Shields can dominate women's MMA. And a lot of MMA fans, if you ever see this, you're gonna disagree with me. But Paul, let me introduce you to something. The fierceness of this woman is just outrageous. Her hand speed, her punch placement, her defense. She's a female shoulder roller. Like, come on. Like, she could tell you, Claressa T-Rex Shields can definitely dominate women's MMA, in my opinion. Everybody got an opinion. I'm just sharing mine. You know, next up is I'm gonna talk about how your boy Terrence Crawford. I mean, I touched on the last video, but Terrence Crawford went to the Earl Spence fight this past weekend, and I come across some news. Shout out to Champside. I heard this from Champside. I heard this from Blue Blood Sports TV video last night at work. Apparently some fans went at Bud in Texas. And this ain't even the first time. I was watching Boxing Ego last night. He talking about, he posted a video where this happened prior in Texas again, in another situation, not even an Errol Spence fight. Errol Spence fans in Texas harassing Terrence Crawford. I did not know. I mean, I felt Errol Spence had that effect in Texas, but God, leave it's like mob, like God, Jay Prince out this bit, like damn, like this boy got that type of pull like that. God dang, Earl got the city. But that do show that Terrence Crawford, that's got to, he had to see the money. Even though in the heat of the moment, he might have been rubbed the wrong way about what was going on. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and post that craziness, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to keep the channel to a certain standard. I'm not gonna post that kind of ignorance and stuff like that on there. But you know, once upon a time, a brother like myself might have been out there doing the same thing, but I'm 36 years old right now. I ain't for the childish stuff. But they was hawking them, bro. They was hawking them. They was talking trash. Like they was this Earl Spence city. Blah 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 blah. But Terrence Crawford have to see the dollar sign in that. If he ain't as sensitive as I believe he is, if I was him and I was in that situation and I saw them diehard Earl Spence Jr. fans, and it's only gonna get more. Only more people is gonna start like an Earl Spence because he has the streets behind him. He got the rappers behind him, but he also have whole media behind him. They love him. This dude is like a darling to them. Like he don't be talking trash. I mean, some of them mainstream media clowns hate him, but they're paid actors. They go to his fights. You'll see him. Oh, he's fight. Somebody called the Danny Garcia fight a cherry pick. That's how much they hate this man, bro. Like that's kind of wild to me. How this man go off a accident over a year layoff and go straight to a top 5, dead or alive, but they gonna hate on him. That's for another story. But yeah, like I was saying, Terrence Crawford had to have seen the dollar sign situation, bro. Like if he was smart, I would just be licking my chops. And if he really think he can beat Earl Spence Jr., he definitely had to be home. Like I would have went home and laughed. I would have laughed myself to sleep. I would have been like, bro, I'm finna kill this boy in front of all these people. That's how I would be. That's how I would that's how I would look at it. Cause they was getting at him like he wasn't even really, it ain't like he was doing something. It ain't like he was out there. I mean, I heard in an interview with Barbershop Conversation and Blu-ray, which is Earl Spence now strength and conditioning coach. He used to be, and then they disconnected, and then Earl Spence felt like he probably felt like he should have knocked Danny Garcia out, but even though he was in shape, he wasn't in the shape that Blu-ray had him. I don't know. That's just my speculation, but he hired him back. You know what I'm saying? And when he was with Blu-ray, I mean, that's where Man Down came from. The moniker Man Down came from his devastating beatdowns he was giving out when he was fully trained up from Blu-ray. My man Blu-ray said it was doing over 700 push-ups in the warm-up. That is nuts. That is nuts. He had my man's doing Iron Man. But he did goddamn gonna say that Earl Spence flew him out, which I think is hilarious. But he shouldn't say it like that. But yeah, he gave him tickets to the fight. He went to the fight and everything, and he was saying Bud was seated behind him. You know what I mean? Like you could see it. Like he described what he had on. Like if you see like the Fox Sports video of seeing Terrence Crawford stand up, pick the phone up, boom. You can see Blu-ray right there. He had on some like chinchilla. This mug had on a goddamn This son gun had a black, gray, and white mink on, looking like Frank Lucas out this bit. But he ain't had a hat though. You know what I mean? You will see him. You will see him. But he also was like, Terrence Crawford was like in the fight. He was like into it. He was like, nah, saying little stuff like, nah, he wouldn't do this to me. He wouldn't step on me like this and blah, 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 blah. I mean, Terrence Crawford might say out his mouth he don't need this fight, but brother showed up, man. Brother know what it is. Unless, like I said yesterday, unless this is goddamn on strategic from your boy Al. I heard somebody say Al was like man name from 50 Cent show. Bruh, Ghost. Somebody was like that Ghost. I mean, I believe I ain't never heard the man talk. Like, I've been watching boxing since a baby. Been watching. Mike Tyson lost to Buster Douglas on my sister's birthday, and she cried herself to sleep. That's how long I've been watching boxing. Since my grandpa was a boxing fan. I've watched boxing as a baby. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never seen like that type of shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never seen that type of power move, if that's a power move by Al. You know, because if this is a power move by the PBC corporation or organization to get Bud in the eyes of Fox fans or in the eyes of people that's watching Fox, he probably got Bud out there getting the best treatment as good as he can, as far as treating him within the home of the PBC umbrella as much as he could during this pandemic. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like the placement, somebody else said this too. Man, I watch too much boxing stuff. But the placement of where Bud was sitting, had this been a full-on fight, Bud would probably be where Floyd Mayweather be sitting at during Tank Davis fights. He would have probably been at the ring. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure, I'm about 60-40 with the decision. I think he would have gotten in the ring if this was a regular situation. I think the pandemic stopped him from like being able to get in the ring. I'm not 100% sure, you know, because Bud be switching up. You know what I'm saying? Bud be on some gangster shit one minute, and on the very next minute he out here getting holed by old man, which I understand because that's his boss. You know what I'm saying? And he gotta have some kind of restraint against his boss publicly, although his boss don't got no restraint. I mean, is it his boss though? Because I felt like I've always been told that the promoters work for the fighters. But I mean, you know, that could be just a front. That could be a front. Definitely could be a front. Because Bob Arum acts like he's the boss of his fighters. He acts like it. You see Teofimo Lopez coming out with these, no less than $5 million demands. Like, we're gonna see. He got another fight coming. We're gonna see if he gonna get $5 million. But that's for another story. You know what I'm saying? But anybody out here under Bob Arum, if you could hear my voice, I'm gonna tell you like I tell the guys at my job, especially the young ones that come in my job. Use this as a stepping stone. Use this as a stepping stone to get where you want to go. Because if you stay working in this place, you're gonna be in this place till you die. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's it for me today though. I'm gonna wrap this one up. I just felt like I just had to express my thoughts on a couple things of boxing. Follow me on Twitter at HAD the Hustler, and follow me on Instagram at HAD the Hustler, and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.